What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the last day in Turks and Caicos, and it's kind of bittersweet. Before I leave, I want to answer a question for you. Is Turks and Caicos expensive? It is. I'm going to confirm that. Yes, Turks and Caicos is very expensive. Now, I do believe that you can come here and attempt to do it on the budget, but it's gonna be pretty hard. So one of the reasons I do believe Turks and Caicos is expensive is because it's an island. So they have to get their goods imported, they have to get their food imported, and a lot of other things imported. So of course there's going to be extra fees on that. You're going to see that in the prices when you go out to restaurants, when you go to the grocery store, or when you just go shopping, period. I did do a grocery store tour. I kind of went around the grocery store looking at the prices. I do have a video on that. I will link it below. Check it out if you're interested in seeing the different prices from the US and Turks and Caicos. Now, another thing, when you're looking for a vacation here or looking to stay here, when you check out the hotels, the Airbnbs, and the resorts, the prices are pretty steep as well. I ended up booking the Airbnb because that was the best choice for me. The resorts what I normally stay on were a little too pricey for my liking, and the accommodations was very small. So the Airbnb that we chose is super huge. It has a pool, a fire pit, a whole barbecue grill. It has the nicest appliances on the inside. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I also have a video on that. Full Airbnb room tour, link down below. Check it out if you're interested. But I chose this place because it was the best bang for my buck. So when you're booking or looking around for places to stay here in Turks and Caicos, make sure you do your research, take your time, and verify the price. Verify. I don't think that's the word I was looking for. Compare the prices, because I don't know where verify came from. Anywho, when you plan a trip, are you one of those people who like privacy, who like quietness, who like peace? If you're looking for that, 9 times out of 10, your best bet is going to go with an Airbnb. The one I chose is pretty secluded. It's not very many neighbors around here, and the ones that are here aren't disruptive. They aren't loud. I know y'all saw that. Another thing, the Airbnb that I chose is about 20 minutes away from almost everything. Keep that in mind as well. Like, if you plan on, you know, staying in the Airbnb, you probably need to rent a car. We end up renting a car for about almost $400. It's a hoopty, but you know, we rented a car and it got us to point A to point B. So if you're thinking about renting an Airbnb that's far or that's not in the tourist area, be sure to get a rental. How much should a person budget per day for Turks and Caicos? My personal opinion, it varies. It depends on what all you plan on doing, where you plan on going, the activities you plan on being involved in. It really depends. Do you plan on cooking meals? Do you plan on eating out every day for every meal? Now, based off my experience here in the Turks and Caicos, every meal was about $30 to $50 per person, but there was 2 of us, so we normally spent around $30 to $100 per meal, but the highest meal being $178. So keep that in mind, and that is for a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dinner. What the fuck is a dinner? Calculate that up on your own. It really comes out to be a lot, and it adds up quickly. I had a budget on food, and baby, when I tell you I went over it, but that's okay. It was a learning experience, and I know next time if I ever decide to come back to Turks and Caicos. Basically, to sum that all up, I do believe if you come to the Turks and Caicos, you will need about $250 to $350 per day per person. So that does vary depending on what you want to do, but personally, a safe zone is $250 to $350 per person. You might not spend all of it, and that's completely okay, and actually that's great if you don't spend all of it, but plan to spend all of it because it's expensive here. It really is, and I wasn't expecting it to be so expensive, but it really is. And I was looking around like, but why? ugh. Now this is just my recommendation. You can use it if you want. If not, proceed at your own risk. Here in Turks and Caicos, the excursions were a bit outrageous. The prices were a bit outrageous to me. The highest I do remember seeing was like $2,500 for a tour. I'm not paying $2,500 for a tour. I really don't care how rich I am, or how much money, or how successful I am. I'm not spending $2,500 for 4 hours. I'm just not doing it. I can't comprehend that. So keep that in mind. There were some cheaper ones, but you probably wasn't gonna get the full gist of the island. So when we went to Grace Bay Beach, the water activities was about $20 to $50, and that's water activities like paddleboarding, kayaking. I didn't see jet skiing. You know what, I did see jet skiing, and jet skiing was like $120 for an hour. I actually believe like the prices that we got when we went to Grace Bay, the prices were cheaper only because they said it was a half day at the beach, so we actually came later, so the prices was a bit cheaper. But if you're going around like, I guess, noon or 10 a.m., whatever the regular time people normally go to the beach, be prepared to pay more than that. So far on this trip cost a lot of money. I'm not even gonna lie. The Airbnb was $28. Well, I guess it wasn't that much money. It's just more than what I normally spend. The Airbnb itself was $2,800. Calculate that. The car rental was $400. Count that. I brought $1,000 cash to play with. That's gone. I went into my credit card, so I'm gonna say about maybe an extra $400. And not including the Uber Eats, Blue Eats thing. Their Uber Eats is like Blue Eats and Swift Eats. So I'll link that below as well. If you decide to come here, you may need to order some food. So with that information, I was wondering, do you think Turks and Caicos is expensive? Let me know down in the comments. Do you think you will be able to save a little bit more than I did? And if you do, let me know down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video informational, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Peace, guys.